my name's Kerry and welcome to another episode of Bearded Mixology. So today's episode is part 3 of the Tropical Stroke Tiki mini-series, and I will be making the classic Mai Tai. So the Mai Tai, like most cocktails, there's loads of different recipes for it. The way it differs though is that there is actually 2 people who claim to have invented it. One called Don the Beachcomber in 1933 in California somewhere, and the other recipe came from a bar called Trader Vic's, also in California, in 1944. Now the recipes are quite different. The Trader Vic's one is the one that ended up being trademarked and classed as the correct recipe for the Mai Tai. So that's the one that I'm going to be using today. So to me, the Mai Tai, compared to some of the other tiki drinks we've made, like the Blue Hawaii, it's more of a grown-up drink. Not to say that it's not sweet and delicious and whatnot, it's just that because you're using less fruit juice other than the lime juice, and the alcohol, you're using dark rum, the flavours are a little bit more complex. So you know you're drinking an alcoholic drink rather than thinking you're drinking a glass of pop. So the original recipe used a dark rum, dark Jamaican rum, and an amber Martinique rum. It doesn't matter so much which rums you use, it's down to personal taste and what you've got. As long as you can try and use a dark rum at least, you'll be okay. The original rums used way back when, you can't even get any more. In fact, I think there's like one of them, there's only 5 bottles left in the world, and if you wanted to buy that, it's $55,000 or something. So unless you're made of money, just get a dark rum and you'll be good to go. So let's make a Mai Tai. First ingredient, dark rum. Now I bought this bottle of rum at Christmas 2019. I was going to use it for baking, or I was going to make some eggnog or something. But because I wasn't much of a spirits drinker or a cocktail drinker, it's just been sat in the cupboard ever since. Godsend really, because it's delicious and it goes perfectly in this cocktail. So with that one, it is 1 ounce, 30 millilitres. Next up is another rum. It's not an amber one, but it is a nice white rum. So I'm going to be using that. Again, 30 millilitres. Up next, we have a triple sec Cointreau. The original recipe calls for dry Curacao, I think, but I've got Cointreau and it is one of my favourites. So this one is 15 millilitres. Then we have 22.5 millilitres of lime juice. I'm using the bottled stuff again, but this is quite a nice one. Goes there. And now this is where it gets a little bit fiddly because we're using bar spoons rather than measures. So we're using 10 millilitres of simple syrup, which is about 2 bar spoons. 1, 2. And finally is another syrup. This is called Orgeat, or Orgeat, O-R-G-E-A-T. Don't know how to pronounce it. This is an almond flavoured syrup. Not particularly easy to find in the supermarket, but readily available on Amazon. Now this is 7.5 millilitres, so 1.5 bar spoons. 1.5. Then we just fill your shaker up with some ice and give it a shake. Pop the lid on and shake it. After you've shaken it, fill a glass up with crushed ice. Here's one I made earlier, and simply strain over the top. So the usual garnish for a Mai Tai is a sprig of mint. I've not got any, but we have got some growing up at our allotment, ready to be enjoyed on a balmy summer's evening. So let's give it a try. I've even got some reusable metal straws. call me Captain Planet. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the flavours are a lot more complex. You get a real hit of booze with the amount of rum in it. The Orgeat, surprisingly, well, unsurprisingly, does give it a bit of a nutty flavour, but not too much. It's really nice, really, really nice. I would definitely recommend trying this one. A lot different to the ones we've done so far, but equally delicious.
Equally.
So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like, subscribe, and the bell icon and all that. Also, the Instagram page, Beer and Mixology. If you've not tried a Mai Tai, get one in you because they're delicious. And until next time, hope everybody stays safe, and I'll see you all again. Thanks again for watching.